I am a first semester junior at the School of Nursing here at WVU. I definitely am interested in working in an ICU. I think that would be so awesome. Eventually go back to grad school. I don't know what for yet.
I'm in the family nurse practitioner program. I just started my first semester and I'm doing part-time, so it'll be a 3-year program. I went to WVU for my undergrad to get my bachelor's of science in nursing, and then I've been working as a nurse for the past 4 years, and just started back for nurse practitioner school.
I'm in the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. I'm a second-year junior and I will be graduating in the class of December of 2024. So I'd really like to go back to my home community and work at the hospital that I've been working at. I've worked there since I was 16.
I think I didn't really know what first generation meant before I came to college. I knew that my parents didn't necessarily go to college or finish their degree, but I didn't know there was a special name for it. So when I came here to school, I was like, oh, there's a special name for me. And at first I was a little bit nervous about it. I felt like I didn't want people to necessarily know that my parents didn't go to college or finish it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's not usually what people tell you.
So yeah, I'm the first person in my family to go to college. I grew up in Morgantown, so I'm from Morgantown. My parents always encouraged me to go to college growing up, so that was something that was instilled in me. And going to WVU, I really feel like I found a sense of community here. I had a really good experience at WVU. My professors along the way helped a lot, so yeah, it was not as difficult of a transition as I thought it was going to be.
So when I came here, I was really excited because of the affordability of WVU. That was something that I struggled with finding a school in PA, was the cost.
I think just figuring out college, especially because I came in during COVID too, so I didn't necessarily have my counselors at school to talk to and figure that out. So at home, it was kind of hard just to figure out what do I do? How do I fill this out? You fill the FAFSA out, but then you don't really know what happens after that. So I think just figuring out the plan of even coming to school was kind of hard. I don't know, we talked a lot at home about it, but it was still so unknown.
Navigating just the college system in general without parental support, filling out FAFSAs and applications, things like that. I didn't really have anybody that would tell me how things were supposed to go or how to do these things, so just figuring out how to navigate those things on my own was a little bit of a challenge.
I still do have struggles with financial insecurity as a first-gen student. One of my experiences freshman year, when I came, I had a balance on my account and I didn't know how I was going to pay for it. So that freaked me out a little bit, understandably, but eventually, I figured it out and I've been grateful to get lots of scholarships coming here. And so WVU's been really great for that. I feel like studying can be a big adjustment, and just time management in general, because it's obviously a lot different than high school structure, It's going from class every day of the week, standard 7:30 to 3:30, and then it's just you can come to class or you can not come to class. So I feel like that was something at first where I was oh, I just don't need to go to class, and then I realized okay, it's actually beneficial to go. So once I got into the groove of what worked for me and what content I needed to do to study, it was a good transition.
I think that a lot of first-gen students are scared to advocate for themselves because they feel alone, and there's actually so many first-generation students, especially at WVU, which I love. I'm in TRIO, which is Student Support Services. It's a program specifically for first-gen students, along with low-income and disability students. And my advisors there and my counselors have been amazing. So definitely recommend getting involved in these things. Don't be shy to do it, because there's a whole family of people waiting to cheer you on and support you and help you guide you.
So I would definitely recommend, have like connections with your professors. I feel like that was a big one for me, kind of like going to office hours, getting to know the professors, then you have a relationship with people. That was really helpful. And also just making connections with like your fellow students. I feel like especially in West Virginia there are a lot of first generation students, a lot of people that kind of know what you're going through, so forming those relationships and having somebody to bounce ideas off of and talk to is really helpful.
I would say keep your grades up, because in high school, like, I was like an A and B student. Like, I tried, but not like stellar or anything. But that was like what helped me get here and gave me those scholarships was my grades. So I'm like, I tell anybody, I'm like, just keep A's. Like, I promise you it will help in the long run. Like, I don't have debt now because of that. And just like finding like your groove and like what learning style works for you.
I think that now that I've been here though at school, I have been very proud to be a first generation student. I've learned that it is something that not everybody gets to represent, and you can't always advocate for it, and I'm really excited that I do get to talk about it and to advocate for it. So before I came into doing my bachelor's degree, I didn't really know like what grad school was. I mean, I did, but not really. I know you kept going to school. It makes me really excited that that is something that I want to continue to go to school for and strive to be better, because that just means that I love learning and that it's important to me, and I want to just keep growing as a person and eventually as a nurse too. So
I feel really proud of myself, and that's not something I feel like I say a lot, especially I feel like as like healthcare workers we're always focusing on other people. So I'm really excited about the opportunity, and I'm really thankful for WVU for giving me this opportunity, because I don't think I could have done it if I hadn't had my undergrad experience at WVU. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
It's been wonderful. I'm really glad that I chose here because of the clinical experience. Working at Ruby, they have any specialty you can think of, and some of like cases, like patient cases that you're just not going to see at regular hospitals. So it's been really cool to see a lot of the different patient scenarios and just all the different clinical experiences. And the faculty are wonderful. Like, it's like smaller class sizes, so I really get to know my faculty and build relationships with them. So that's been nice.